I'm having one of those days where every moment that I spend with Jonah, I feel totally overwhelmed by all of the different options that I have as a parent. Today, where I go and exercise and he goes to childcare, I picked him up and one of his dearest friends was there, and she's a love. One of her friends said to me he was pushing her, telling me that Jonah was pushing his friend. And I was talking to Jonah about it, and then he hauled off and pushed her again right in front of me. And I was kind of just taken aback because it didn't seem that there was any real motivation for it. And then he did it again and pushed her so hard that she fell on the ground. I'd actually been feeling really good about our discipline approach with him recently because a few posts ago I was talking about timeouts when Jonah was like a year and a half and was biting and hitting, and it worked really well. And since that time, I've modified how I thought about that. I was turned on to a child psychologist named Gordon Neufeld. He talks a lot about using discipline that doesn't prey upon your child's worst fear, which is separation from you. The thing that it really spoke to in me is that the way that I was raised, part of me really thought that I had to be on my best behavior to qualify as a good person or a valuable person. And I want Jonah to feel that he is innately valuable because he exists and that he belongs here and that he's deserving of my attention. Because I haven't been using the timeout approach, and also I find it's really hard to use when you're out and about and not at home. I haven't been using it. I've been putting him in my lap and kind of holding him really close, and he cries and gets upset, but I just talk to him about it while he sits in my lap, and I felt really good about that up until now, I guess. When I'm in a public environment, I feel really judged when I do that, and I'm not sure if I really am, but I feel like the people and parents around me are seeing me do that and saying like, well, that's why he hits. It's because she's not taking the like hard line approach. I'm trying to be a little more nimble and not just have like a one size fits all approach. And I think that's part of what I have this book over here because I thought I might as well show it. So this is the book that I got after hearing a few audio talks from this Gordon Neufeld guy, and I've honestly found it really helpful in terms of thinking about my relationship with Jonah in general and how to think about what my role is as his mother. It doesn't necessarily emphasize specific disciplinary measures, but I need some of those. I need some specific disciplinary measures. When my child is violent, I really want to send him the message that that is absolutely not acceptable. And more than just wanting Jonah to behave and be good, I want to raise him in a way that he develops and matures and reaches his full potential as a person. Some of the discipline approaches that I read about are more focused on just the child being good and the child behaving, and less about the bigger picture. I am curious. I guess I'm less curious what specific discipline other people are using, and more curious how people think. How do you think about discipline in the larger context of your relationship with your kid or kids? I'm all ears.